Hello, 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 everyone. How are you doing? We're hopping into draft here for the game between 404 Brain Not Found and sakurafeesh. Looks like we might have a missed ban on the side of 404 Brain Not Found starting it out, but a Yumi ban to start off from sakurafeesh, and then a Heimer ban. While we're waiting for the next ban, I would like to introduce my co-caster Chase, aka Poro Slayer. How are you doing today, man?
Hello, doing pretty well. Just got home feeling a little tired, but looking forward to this match.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great match, a great time. Now, unfortunately, our good friend that we know, Kevin, aka Void Rifter or Void Shifter now, I think, is out of town, so he will not be here. But we will get to see Defloob22 in the mid lane instead. So we will see how the team shakes it up with a different mid laner. And we see a Twitch and Janna ban come through. While we wait for the third bans, what's your thoughts on this ban phase so far, Chase?
Right now, I'm trying to find who on the other team plays Heimerdinger, what the Heimerdinger is for. It looks like they do have someone named Magic Dong who literally is a Heimerdinger main. Um,
But I'm
I
pretty sure
wonder
he's their
what role is
jungler,
he?
right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Magic
Oh,
Dong is their jungler.
it looks like he's playing jungle in 5v5, so I don't know. The jungle Dong is pretty scary, I guess.
It's pretty
It looks like he usually
spicy.
plays it in lane.
We did get an Olaf ban as the last ban in an Anivia first pick. I know that was a pretty high contest between both mid laners from what I've seen, so I'm not surprised to see that. Especially if both teams plan to kind of play for more team fighting, zone control style comps, which Anivia would lean towards.
I do I just don't like the Anivia pick as a blue one pick because it kind of throws out this is our composition we want to go for, and it's a punishable mid lane pick. And you see the Ziggs coming in now, who Ziggs can deal with Anivia really well. It doesn't have like most kill threat, but it has a lot of roaming power, a lot of pushing power, and it really just shuts down the Anivia. It'd be interesting to see like what else they draft around it though.
Yeah, definitely. Like you said, it's a very bold statement, and I think the Ornn also coming through is one of those like worries you have when you first pick the Anivia, where Ornn wants to play the same style as Anivia, but I feel Ornn is just one of the best champions you can have for a team fight style comp.
Absolutely. And they have a lot of range in this team fight setup as well. If you drop an Ornult on someone and you drop a Zigzult on them, that person can't walk into the team fight anymore. Especially with a slower moving composition around like an Anivia. I think they'll definitely be punished by that kind of long range AoE that they have coming from the red side.
Definitely agree. They do have the range advantage, but I will be curious to see with these next two picks. Fiddlesticks and Sivir, I think, are just straight up two of the best champions on the patch right now.
That is nasty. The recent Sivir changes are so exciting. It'll help mitigate some of that Ziggs wave clear. Playing Ziggs in the Sivir bottom lane feels awful because it neutralizes everything you want to do with Ziggs. Um, then the combination of the Fiddlesticks Sivir is incredible because you have two gigantic go buttons.
Now,
One of like the most important things on Fiddlesticks is just be able to get in once he uses his ultimate, and the Sivir will enable that hugely.
now I do love this pick by sakurafeesh. I'm not sure if they will use it as well as I would like. I'm very big on Amumu right now for the fact that he is, in my opinion, one of the strongest flex picks between both jungle and support. He got a really good buff that allows him to support again with getting his Q mana reduction and also just getting a little bit more CC that way. So I love to see that pick up here. And going into the bans, I'm really glad to see Seraphine banned away because God, that champion's been too strong for too long.
She did take some nerfs on this patch, though, I think. I don't know if the Moonstone nerfs came in yet, though.
I think that's
Yeah,
this
the
week.
Moonstone nerfs came in and Seraphine nerfs came in this patch. If they're scared of it, though, I think it's still worth a ban because that teamfight ultimate is just huge. We have two big teamfight comps at the moment.
Yeah, the bans are really lining up for that. The Mordekaiser ban does make me think that sakurafeesh might be going for a Yumi pick because I
The
know.
Yuumi is banned.
Oh, the Yumi is banned. You're right. They did ban the Yumi. I
Um, they could be setting up for R5. But no, it's not an R5 top lane. I think they're just protecting their Ornn. They don't want to see the Mordekaiser. I guess they're just not confident in being able to immune the Mordekaiser ult with the Ornn W.
ooh, that could be Samira Mumu bot lane, and that seems nasty if they can punish this Sivir early.
I would like to see that bot lane. That'd be very fun. I'd be expecting that to go jungle though, because the Magic Dong does have a recent Amumu game. It looks like the support for Red Side likes Enchanters more from what I'm seeing on his match history.
Okay, yeah, it does seem like Diki does tend to prefer the Enchanters, but I know Enchanters are kind of awkward with Samira, so we'll have to see where that goes. I love this Trundle pick. I assume that's going to T-Bry. He had a pop-off game on this Trundle the last time that we streamed him top lane, and that's just going to
Hmm.
beat the crap out of an Ornn in lane phase. I honestly don't know anyone on sakurafeesh that can answer this Trundle 1v1 currently.
Right, right. They're gonna be in a lot of trouble if that Trundle takes over that 1v1 top lane, so that'll be fun to watch. Some picks I'd be expecting from this R5 support. He does play Lulu, which isn't bad with Samira because you get to knock off the ultimate. The level 6 all-in is not bad. What else does he play?
I
Let's
remember he
see.
had some Thresh in his past too, so maybe he'll even look towards like a Thresh.
Thresh wouldn't be bad. He does have a spicy Rel game in his as an ARAM.
It
I
is
don't
the
know if he'll be
Lulu
brave
though.
enough to pull that out. Okay.
So he got what I would consider to be his definite like go-to support in the pick 5. How do you feel about Lulu as the final pick of this draft? You know, how does it change this bot lane composition that we're looking at now is going to be Sivir Nautilus versus Samira Lulu?
It seems pretty odd to save that Lulu pick for R5 instead of the Samira. Because you knew you're into the Sivir, you could have grabbed the Lulu there, and then you don't get the Nautilus counter pick into the Samira, because that Nautilus is going to make that Samira's life a living hell. I'm pretty sure you can't Samira W Nautilus ult.
You cannot, I
You can do the hook
believe.
though,
Yeah, I'm
but
pretty sure that's
still,
correct.
it does just make it so hard for that Samira to enter the fight into that Nautilus. And the Lulu pick into Nautilus is kind of it's a whatever matchup. It's not like a crazy hard counter for either one. You're just playing Enchanter into a Nautilus. I mean, that's bot lane any day, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, honestly, with the way the comps shifted, I think if you pick the Lulu 4, like, obviously it might have changed the Trundle Nautilus, but I feel like going with, like, a Hyper Carry, something along the lines of maybe, like, a Jinx, could have potentially fit sakurafeesh's comp a little bit more than the Samira does.
I would have really liked to see something more like that. Because the blind, aggressive Samira bot lane, when you already see a Sivir who's just going to clear the wave on you, it seems like they're reaching a little bit. I don't know. It might be disrespect. I don't know the ranks of these two players, so. But I have played with Kaisel, and he was a very talented AD carry and pretty aggressive AD carry. So I don't think they're gonna get like a window on him.
For the rank check, Kaisel was currently Plat 1 when I checked, and Nookster was currently Gold 1, so about a rank difference for the side of 404 Brain Not Found.
Hey, I like that. This man shows up, gold one, probably like the average elo in this league. I've seen some plats and diamonds in here, and says, "Nah, give me the Samira." This man picked Sivir in my lane, and he's just throwing down. I like that.
I do. I like it a lot. You know, it's like, look, you might have the higher rank, but that doesn't mean you got the hands as I do, and we'll have to keep an eye on Nookster's hands.
Right?
So now that we do kind of get to see the full draft pulled out, I would like to take some time while we have this 3-minute delay to kind of talk about how we think the lanes are going to play out and how we think the team comps in general are going to break out. So we start off with this top lane. I know we talked it a little bit. I'm expecting Trundle to just have full prio in this lane for Zorn.
Right. I would too. There's some like cheeky burst windows for Ornn. Because Trundle will normally destroy a tank, right? But with Ornn, he's a little different, where he has some pretty strong bursts. If he gets a gank, there is like actual threat on the Trundle still. But if this lane just gets into extended lane, they're just pushing waves into each other, trading every now and then to proc the grasp. this Trundle will wear him down and will destroy that Ornn.
Now, you did mention a really good point, which is the jungle interaction in not only top lane, but really everywhere else. I imagine that the Magic Dong is going to be looking to gank a little bit more aggressively than Synexus on this Fiddlesticks. Fiddle, known for that power farm till 6, get that big ultimate, and then play around it, to where while a Mumu does have a big, playmaker ultimate like the Fiddlesticks, I feel like has a little bit more he can do in the early levels to try to influence this map.
Yeah, I really agree. I mean, Fiddle sucks. Everyone knows that. He's gonna walk around the map, drain his camps down. And as a Mumu, he's not the biggest pre-6 ganker, but he definitely has more than Fiddlesticks does. He can make it happen. You'll probably want a lane that already has setup, and that's why I would look more towards that top lane. If that Trundle's pushing in, he can probably get a gank off there as long as Ornn isn't low. Maybe even bot lane if that Sivir's pushing in and the Nautilus is playing aggressively forward, he might be able to find something there. But he'll definitely, both of them are going to be sitting pretty when they hit level 6. I think is going to be decided by the Heralds or the Dragons.
Objectives do tend to be king, especially with, I don't think they came through yet, but I know we're getting some dragon changes here shortly, which will definitely make the priority on those come through. Now,
I heard Cloud's going to be the best dragon. I'm so happy that he's finally getting his glow up, But it has not happened yet.
Okay, it is next patch then. Now, looking through the other lanes, mid lane is honestly, I feel like just going to be a snore fest. Both Anivia and Ziggs probably just going to be CSing, shoving into each other. I don't particularly see a ton happening in that lane.
Actual real quick correction, the dragon changes did come through this patch.
They did come through.
One of the biggest ones I remember hearing about is that Cloud Soul got changed to... Oh, it just got buffed, it looks like. More movement speed.
Oh, I think
assuming they're just more impactful.
That patch, I think, was actually just today, wasn't it?
Yes. It did just go live.
Oh, so that's also going to be interesting to see, with this being some of the first, 5v5 plays that we'll really get to see of this new patch, seeing how things will change.
Are they allowed to play Nilo yet?
I do not know. I will have to ask that in between the next game. I would think so, because she's been live for 2 weeks now.
If that champion is live, I hope we get to see it. It's cracked. It's bonkers. We have another melee ADC that just gets in there. And you could even... My favorite part about it is that it synergizes with enchanters. With like the passive on it, you get bonus healing and shielding. So it's a kill lane you can run with enchanters or with like your all-in engaged supports. Unlike Samira, who really likes those engaged supports.
Now, mentioning Samira, while we do tick down the last bit, let's hit on that last lane for a little bit. The Sivir Nautilus versus Samira Lulu. How do you imagine this lane is going to play out? I feel like it's probably the lane that's going to be the most interesting to watch early on.
So normally a double push lane like this, or double range lane from like the Samira Lulu, is pretty good. You can get priority. But with the Sivir changes recently, her W gives her attack speed. She didn't used to get that until like level 6. And it ramped up her early wave pushing even more than before. I don't think I'm going to be able to get onto the Sivir, because if they ever try to contest Sivir's wave clear, there's a Nautilus just standing there daring him, like, hey, walk up, come on, you're both short range, hit my 80 carry, see what happens, Little bodyguard down there, and just push waves forever. And I feel like the Samira will be on the worst end of that stick, because she's getting pushed in and poked out.
Yeah, the fact that she's kind of a short-range ADC is going to make it pretty hard to get on that Sivir when she is just constantly pushing the lane in. Real quick time check while we're getting in. I'm at 22, 23, 24,
You're a little bit
25.
ahead of me. Let me see here.
Want me to pause, or are you going to fast forward?
Go ahead and pause and play. I'll start counting down. I'll just let you know where I'm at and sync up with me, okay?
Okay, I'm at 32 right now.
37. Oh, I went too far then, my bad. Start counting down and I'll sync up with you.
42.
Okay, I'm at 46.
Okay. I am at 46 now. Alright, okay. 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55.
Alright, we're synced.
Bam, we did it. Alright, now that we've synced up, first thing I want to talk about here is I want to take a quick rune and summoner check. Everything seems pretty straightforward, except for the fact that we have cleanse on Anivia. What's your thoughts on the cleanse for Anivia this game?
Maybe he's scared of the Amumu ganks, but like that's just real weird because Amumu can Q you twice now for the stun. He has the ult, and if you get hit by any of those as a Nivea, your ult already shuts off. The cleanse doesn't seem super useful.
Yeah, I feel
It's
like I
not
would
gonna affect the
have.
Zig.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I feel like I would rather have seen a TP to be able to match, two TPs on each side from D-Flop.
Mm-hmm. Well, and like one of the other biggest parts is this mid lane is just gonna be a wave clear fight. Ziggs has TP. He has a second mana bar. Nivea is just screwed. They run out of mana.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty rough.
Ooh,
I
the
feel
auto
like.
is coming out mid lane.
Yeah, this Clip Master is that's gonna be a fun one for the stream. Is definitely asserting dominance early on in this lane.
When it comes back down to that wave clear fight I was talking about, whichever one of these mages can get the push on them, you saw that XXX Clip Master XXX had a couple of minion advantage there, and he just walked up and started just slapping Anivia around after Anivia used all her spells on the wave, and it's just free damage.
Yeah, like he is about, what would you say, like probably a 5th extra health bar right now, and like that's gonna add up when Anivia doesn't have TP.
It really will. I don't know how much we'll see out of it, because we have two junglers that probably want to clear, and they really want their level 6s. I don't think they're going to put too much attention on that mid lane, and they're not really duelist jungles either that want to fight for like the Skull Crabs. So they might just get not punished by it if everyone just decides to farm. But we'll have to keep our eyes open, because this mid lane is definitely a spot that red team sakurafeesh can definitely look to attack right now.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Speaking of which, it looks like, there we go. Had to fix my scoreboard. I had the old 0-0 no one CS bug. I don't know if you've seen that one recently.
I think I saw it on LCS, but
Yeah.
luckily I am good.
I had that happen, so I had to refresh because I was like, I feel like people have hit minions at this point. So
Speaking of minions in the top lane, looks like there's a gank coming in on this huge stacked wave. This does not look good for blue side, but looks like they're gonna try to go for it anyway.
yeah, Fiddle sitting in the
Oh,
bush.
that's cool.
Ornn does face check him, get a fear. I feel like there's no kill pressure here from the level 4 Fiddlesticks, though.
This is actually awful for the Trundle. He just left like 6 caster minions over there. And we don't... Ornn didn't use anything. He got chunked, but the wave reset. Maybe if Trundle can find something after this, like an all-in, it's good, but Ornn still has his flash and TP.
Yeah.
I think this is one of the things you need to be cognizant of as a jungler. It's not just that gank didn't work. That gank was very bad for Trundle.
Now, this gank, on the other hand, definitely liking a little bit more. A very good chunk. And Lulu actually picks up first blood with the flash, and we see Synexus get the kill on Ornn. We have action all over the map, and so you mentioned you wanted to see a payoff for missing those minions. How does a dead Ornn sound as a payoff?
The dead Ornn sounds pretty good, but they're not quite able to finish this push in top lane, and the Ornn just TP's back, so it won't punish the Ornn too much, and Fiddle got the kill. So I honestly don't think that'll affect the balance of top lane too much. Like I said, if Ornn wants to freeze this, he can.
So, now, would you say that the kill going on Fiddle is more advantageous than the kill on Lulu, though?
I would say that. That said, though, it's not like he's a Lee Sin that's gonna go back and buy like 3 longswords and beat you up at Scuttle. He's still gonna keep clearing until a 6 probably. I don't know how much of that bot lane scuffle you saw.
Oh, dude, I've seen it all.
It
It was great. Ooh, we might be getting another one here.
Ooh.
Ooh, some CC by the Nautilus. Does look like he's going to get out. But Sivir and Nautilus are at half HP again, and they have to take a reset. Honestly, this is a lane kingdom by Nookster. We called it out. We said that, the gold one versus the plat one, Samira Blind, was a little clocky, but, he's showing. I'm going to make it work.
So I did do a little further research. I don't think the bot lane is as mismatched as I originally thought. Diki was plat 4 in a previous season. And Nookster was also diamond way back when in platinum a few other seasons. So they can definitely, it looks like they have those muscles to do the fighting still, even if they are old men,
Mm-hmm. Their hands might be getting crippled, but they're still there.
Oh, what's happening at Dragon over here?
Oh, all you see is champ select. Ooh, that is my bad. I forgot to change to the game.
Ruh-roh.
Oof. Alright, I did get that fixed. Thank you for mentioning that, Jake. And my apologize for the scuffed stream we're gonna have.
Thank you, Jake. I miss you.
Not the Jake you know, sadly. My,
Oh.
another buddy of mine named...
Okay.
Dude, I know so many Jakes. It's insane.
Well, hello, new Jake. I wish to one day be able to miss you. Oh, this Lulu.
This Nautilus is, not in a good spot. The flash comes through by a Mumu. He is not able to get the kill. And the fight might be turning around. We see the Ornhorn coming through. Sivir does get knocked up. Anivia is able to flash away to safety and is zoning off the Ziggs. But Ornn is battling. Clipmaster picks up the kill on Kasil. Fiddle starts sucking away, but he can't suck enough as Ryan Pack now picks up the kill. The polymorph goes on to Anivia. The slow comes down. We see the cleanse come through, but the flash from Nookster gets the A, gets in resurrect. But this should be the kill, and Samira picking up her first kill of the game as we now go to 4-1 on the side of sakurafeesh.
What a delicious Eggs Benedict that was for breakfast. 7 o'clock in the morning sharp. I'm really surprised these teams started this massive fight this early. No one had their level 6s yet, except for the mid laners. So like you'll see Amumu ult, he wasn't level 6. Fiddle wasn't level 6. What we did see happen though was Trundle just push top lane, which he got a couple plates out of it looks like. And they're trading up for the first dragon. With the dragon buffs on this patch, I don't know how good of a trade that is. But obviously there's a lot of action down there for it.
I would have said if it was just the dragon for the 2 plates, I would favor the side of 404 Brain Not Found. But with that massive fight that came through with 3 more kills, I'm really feeling the side of sakurafeesh with their currently almost 3,000 gold lead as well.
Right. Who got those kills? Looks like they're pretty spread out onto Ornn, Ziggs, and Samira. And I think probably one of the downfalls there is fighting Priest 6 on the bot side, because you have Samira who just wants these scraps. If you could have locked her in a lane for a little bit longer, it's probably more disadvantageous of her. Like those river skirmishes, she loves that. Whereas like Sivir, she's not quite there yet. Her poke isn't doing a whole lot yet. Like she just hit a double boomerang on them, maybe did like 150, 200 damage. She doesn't have as big of an impact on those early fights as Samira would.
Yeah, and like even looking at the items that they have, like kind of just puts an emphasis on that, you know. Samira has that serrated dirk already. She wants to scrap to where, as we see a little scrap here in the top lane actually, the Ornhorn coming down, but the Fiddle gank coming in on the Ziggs. Ziggs does go down to D-Flub. Ornn has to flash away, and we see T-Brad do it again, picking up that 1v1 solo kill on Ryan Pack and walking away from the magic dong. He comes through, he does! He hits it! But can Trundle live? Can Trundle live? Trundle can live! He is out! T-Bride, this man is the lane kingdom! And now we see Synexus coming. What is the magic dong gonna do? The Fiddle comes through with the fear. He gets the suck off. Amumu does come through with the bandage toss. Is he able to run away? The chilling smite comes through. And D-Flub comes, but Synexus says, get out of here! That's my gold! And now we see the game turn right back around onto its head as, yet again, the top lane is the difference for 404 Brain Not Found. Now, the action's not slowing down, or is it? Okay, we might have a moment to breathe.
The Nas just kind of stood there, threw his stuff on the ground, and said, please don't touch my mom. And Samira kindly left. Oh no, they're going to touch his mom. Cancelled recall. Gets it off, though.
Battle Lulu, dude.
That Fiddle gank top lane, though, I don't think I've ever seen such a menacing blue smite and walk at them Fiddle.
Well, you might get to see a little bit more. He does take the Rift Herald. The bandage toss misses the Anivia. Anivia's half HP, and that is going to be the end. A missed bandage toss and Rift Herald for Synexus.
That was... I feel like blue team really kind of just stole that Rift Herald without anyone noticing. Red team reacted, they had more people in the area, and blue team just walks out of there scot-free with the bandage toss missing.
Yeah, if that bandage toss hits by Magic Dong, I think that could have been disastrous for the side of 404. But as it is right now, you know, they're kind of sitting good. They're a little bit gold behind. Ryan Pack is getting, you know, trundled. Ooh, but Trundle takes a turret shot, and things all of a sudden look not that bad. Could this be the solo bolo? Ooh, the Ornhorn was not up, though. It's got a little bit of a cooldown.
He just lived by the skin of his teeth.
Oh!
And he's
Oh,
now.
no! I don't know if you just seen that. Magic Dong went to give Clipmaster the blue buff. But unfortunately, it did not go the way they wanted it.
Does Anivia have blue? No. I guess that's one of the other things. They locked Anivia with Fiddlesticks, two people that really, really want blue buff. If Ziggs had been able to get blue buff, that could have been pretty disastrous for this mid lane. Or sorry, if Ziggs got blue buff. But luckily Amumu stole it, so we'll have some more normal laning middle still.
So, ooh, now what we might be seeing is Magic Dong putting that blue buff to use here as he's sitting for a lane gank.
Oh boy, there's a lot about to happen.
Oh, he just comes in with the happy birthday. But the Fiddle ult comes in. He does get polymorph, but that's a lot more damage coming through for the side of 404. Kaysel's able to pick up the kill. Will they be able to get a move? The flash comes in from Sivir, and the boomerangs take it down. Double kill for the side of Kaysel.
Good job, Kaysel. He flashed forward and autoed a champion this time. He didn't auto a minion like last time.
Look at those ADC mechanics, baby.
He's doing it. And the Rift Herald coming down is going to be super punishing. They're going to get this tower outright.
This is going to be a big Sivir.
That's a big old girl. I think the Samir's sitting on Dirk. I don't know if he'll be able to propel her past the Samir at this point in the game, but it definitely gives that Sivir crit scaling a head start.
And it looks like we're going to actually see an even dragon. Now, the one thing to note here, we didn't really get to talk about team comps much because we kind of ran out of time, but we might not get to yet as Amumu comes in with the bandage toss. He hits the dragon! Oh. He is not able to get the still. D-Flop picks it up, and now Amumu and Nautilus are caught with their hands in their pants. They can't go anywhere except for flashing over the wall, and they might still get to walk home.
So, one of the... It's lucky Blue team's really just getting away with the objectives, like, in the nick of time. First the Herald they get out, now the Dragon they get out. You'll notice that because they took that bot lane fight, Fiddle was down, Sivir was down, Nautilus was down. That actually came to a fight, and Samira got her ult off. No one's stopping her. She's cleaning up that whole fight.
Now, while Fiddle's potentially getting the Amumu, we're going to pan over to a mid lane fight where T-Bry is coming in! The Fiddle comes back in! The Clipmaster can't get away! D-Fob picks up the Magic Dong, and Synexus picks up the kill. And now it is 9-5 with an almost 2,000 gold lead on the side of 404 Brain Not Found.
That is rough. It looked like a bit of a lane kingdom coming out of sakurafeesh, but with 404 just getting these objectives gifted to them, getting these random fights in their favor.
Ooh, good wind wall.
They're still going.
Sivir running! Kaysel showing the power of that Kraken Slayer.
Kaysel putting his Nautilus on a leash right there. Nautilus about to leave after he got wind wall. He's like, no, stay in. You don't understand how fast new Sivir is after these changes. Keep going.
We fast as fuck, boy.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's great.
This is a great game.
It's a bloodbath everywhere.
I was not ready for a fiesta between with the elos of these players, but man, am I glad we're getting it.
The secret is every elo's a fiesta. No one's safe.
Oh? The Hex Flash coming in from Nautilus? We're not going to talk about it. I didn't see anything.
Some people would say that was supposed to be a dead Ziggs there. I didn't quite see where that Hex Flash went, but it looks like it didn't go over the wall, so...
If this was pro play, Ziggs would be question mark pinging the Nautilus right now.
I think he might be getting question mark pinged anyway. So it
no.
looks like he'll be a little quiet on the map for a while here.
Oh!
Whoa, no, he did
He
it!
hits it! Oh, but the Amumu comes in with the Curse the Sad Mummy, but Nautilus goes down to the big dunk by Ziggs. Oh, but here comes Fiddle! The big fear, the Anivia stun! He can't go anywhere! D-Flob is on a killing spree, and Lulu's got to run for the hills! As Queso comes and says, I'm a Sivir, those are minions, I'll take those, thank you very much.
It never stops. Both teams drafted so much wave clear and scaling, but they're just slobbering, like slobber knocking each other out here. Sucker punch after sucker punch.
The best way to scale is to kill people and get gold!
True.
The Mighty Dong might be biting off more than he can chew, as Deeki is also walking up. 2 Yordles and an Ornn walk into a Rift Herald pit. They get CC'd to shit, and the damage comes in from Sivir. Kaysel is on a rampage, and I do not like the sight of that 3 kills going over to the side of 404 Brain Not Found, if you're a sakurafeesh fan.
It seems like sakurafeesh was kind of floundering. Maybe a couple of players were a little scared of that fight. That absolutely should have been their fight, but like they needed to have Samira there. Because again, 4-4 Brain Not Found was kind of going for that objective without their brains. They didn't have their Fiddle, they didn't have their Sivir ult. They were missing Nautilus ult again, and they were just like, yeah, let's just start it, see what happens. If there's a Samira there with that Ornn ult that was up to engage that could have been very bad. But it just seems like maybe sakurafeesh is just not feeling it. They're on the back foot. They're trying to get some gold here. Not everyone's on the same page.
I definitely agree, and I definitely agree with Jake in chat. This is a Synexus carry game. Already 17 minutes, and we got 2 full items on this Fiddlesticks. This man is massive.
He's getting pretty big, and so what I want to see here is this next dragon. This should be 404 Brain Not Found. If sakurafeesh decides to fight this one, they're kind of just asking to have that Fiddlesticks run all over them. They do have really good vision control on it right now.
Now, we mentioned 2 items on Fiddle. Unfortunately, the second item also just came through on Sivir. What is the Phantom Dancer gonna do for what we've already been seeing from Kaysel as well?
Oh, that Sivir's gonna start slapping a lot. I really love the recent Sivir changes to push her back towards this AD carry build. She actually just likes to live out that fantasy of this AoE marksman again, kind of like where Jinx usually sat.
Oh, we do have the Ornhorn and the Curse of the Sad Mummy coming through, but the Fiddlesticks ult comes on over as well. But I don't know what Magic Gong's doing here. He has no one following him. He's just getting... He's going in! He's just zoning everyone off by himself! The Magic Dong, he honestly might just take down Nautilus! Synexus has to proto-bout out, but here comes T-Bry! The big old trundle, but the Lulu comes through, protecting herself with a shield. Nookster picks up the kill, Samira ult comes through, but the cleanse from Anivia keeps her safe. The Fiddle ult now comes through, he's melting through, he gets the Lulu. Magic Dong goes in, then gets bit, the double kill picked up for T-Bry, and this Anivia is caught between a rock with a hard place, and is gonna go down, shut down over for the Ziggs. But now T-Bry's coming through. He's got 2 people in front of him. There's chaos everywhere. Sivir flashes forward. Kaysel hits the boomerang, takes down Clintmaster. And now Ryan, 1 HP. Sivir's chasing for this kill. How fast is she? She's fast as fuck. Boy, that's a double kill yet again for the side of 404 Brain Not Found. And a fight that, for a second, looked sakurafeesh's way, immediately got turned around by that beautiful flank that you were talking about.
Again, pointing out this Sivir flashing forward, you see it happening. One of the big changes of Sivir in this adjustment was she moves faster on her passive moves whenever she hits someone, whenever she uses a spell. Lasts longer, and you saw her able to chase down multiple kills that are flashing forward so many times this game. And that fight almost looked like a disaster for 4-4 Brain Not Found at the start. Because they had the upper hand with that Fiddlesticks, but Fiddle needs to engage first. sakurafeesh pulled the trigger really early with that Ornhorn on him, and it looked like that fight was over. They chased too far in the jungle and just got flanked. Fiddlesticks gets his ult off, and it was just game over from there.
Yeah, a fight that started out looking good for sakurafeesh immediately turned around there, and we're still fighting!
I don't know if that was a You need two people to fight. Nivea got bombed into the Ziggs and then just queued the minion wave and kept farming left. That man had business with that minion wave and was not interested in that fight.
Ziggs was like, hey, yo, square up. And Anivia was like, nah, dog. My mom made cupcakes. I gotta go. But Orange says we might be fighting. Curse the Sad Mummy comes through. And the big ult comes through. But the Fiddle ult comes through. Nookster is able to take down Roshin. The ult comes through. But Fiddle just does so much goddamn damage as he picks up the triple kill.
Oh, I heard a Sivir ult.
Oh,
here he comes.
Doo-doo. Doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Ah! And Sivir, the Shark Master, picks up the scraps again. We have 36 kills in 22 minutes. This is a slobber knocker.
They're going at it. The one team uses their ults, the other team says, hey, they don't have ults, let's fight that. And then it's a vicious cycle. It's like, hey, they don't have ults, let's fight that. Let's fight that. They just keep going. It's great.
You'd think these teams had bad blood or something with how much they're going at each other. This is great.
Oh, I love it. It's hard to track, like, even say, like, who's gonna win these fights, because, like, so many times, like, one team will win the fight they're supposed to, and they just try to go for a little bit more. And this Sivir cleanup time and time again, she's so fast, you can't get away from her. If you overextend, you're just dead.
Now, I don't want to call this game a jungle diff, as we, hear the running. We gotta run some more! We can't walk to a fight, we have to run! As the Anivia wall blocks it off. Synoxis is 2 levels and 2 items ahead of this Amumu.
Oh boy.
That's a
big scarecrow.
And
no.
he,
Oh, no.
So, as a fellow support player, how many times have you felt that? You know, you're just a little Lulu trying to ward up your own jungle, and all of a sudden, big scary Fiddlesticks says, you're mine.
There's a point when you're playing, especially in Enchanter.
Oh, we might not get to talk about this. The Ornhorn comes through, but he's got no follow-up. T-Bra is unstoppable. Curse the Sad Mummy. The Ziggs ult comes through, but Synexus cannot die. Samira's going to come in. Nookster going to try to get down Rishwin. Takes him down. Samira gets 2 kills. The flash comes through, but T-Bra and Synexus says, you're not popping off anymore. And it's another fight into another fight into another fight.
Again, I keep seeing the same thing out of sakurafeesh here. They keep going for these fights, but they're not all together. Like, specifically, like, this Samira isn't there. You saw how late she entered that fight? She almost had a quadra kill right there, like 1v4. If she'd been there when the Ornn engaged initially, that could have been massively different.
If you're gonna draft a Wombo comp, you got a Wombo. You can't...
Right, they keep getting these good engages and, like, these good groups, but it's like... It's kind of like that time, like, you see this huge 4-man ultimate, but you don't realize, like, they're grouped there because you don't have an actual threat behind your 4-man ultimate, you know?
Exactly, and that was exactly what we seen with the Nautilus there, you know? Or the Ornn there, I apologize. He hit a huge Ornn ult, but he had no damage, and... What has this poor Mumu done? He's got 1.5 items, Fiddle's got 4, and they're just beating this man up. Sivir's now making everyone run. Deeky's getting the boomerang. Ult doesn't matter. 3 items, Sivir go burr. And now we're going to be on Soul Point.
That is unfortunate. Again, sakurafeesh even had the first rotation start getting vision on this dragon, but they lose the fight because they're not together. They're not properly looking for this fiddle. They're moving towards pockets of vision where it's all dark. Thinking like, oh, I was get vision here, but against the fiddle, you need to be thinking like another step ahead here because he's waiting in that darkness for you to come try to get that vision.
In the words of a famous singer, sakurafeesh needs to come together right now over me, and that me needs to be this Samira.
I don't know. Is maybe there's just an item spec that Samira's waiting for? She is down Infinity Edge to the. Oh, Sivir doesn't have Infinity Edge either. She went for the LDR a little early because there's so much armor stacking out of sakurafeesh over there, the Ornn and the Amumu.
There's a lot of chunky
Maybe
boys.
maybe if we Samira start grouping more, once she has that Infinity Edge, things could be better for them. But right now they're just down numbers in all these fights after like they won their lanes. It's crazy.
Yeah, they're about 9,000 gold down now, and at this point I think it's kind of just a wallet diff for the side of 404.
Right.
And like the Ornhorn's coming through here, but what's it even gonna do?
Oh.
He's already died. He's just getting melted, and Castle will just pick up the kill.
That poor man, he was so desperate to make something happen, he fired that Ornn down bottom while he was losing his inhibitor, but the whole time, Chun was just bonking him on the back of the head.
He's like, hey, stop that! Hey, stop that! Oh. This Trundle wants some blood, dude!
He walked under 2 Nexus Towers 1v3.
Dude, I'm telling you, T-Bry is a madman. I'm pretty sure. Oh no, poor Mumu.
Oh, there's no Amumu. Oh no.
And this game was so action-packed, but it was just kind of a stomp by the side of 404 Brain Not Found. And as we see the Nexus fall, I'll turn back to you, Chase, and ask, what does sakurafeesh need to do to get the 1-1? To be the team to finally take a game off 404 Brain Not Found? What's their secret sauce?
404 did a lot of sucking in their jungle, wandered around the map, he didn't get a whole lot done early. I'd almost like to see a more aggressive jungler, especially if they're going to be going into a Fiddlesticks again, that can like punish these winning lanes, like invade off of these winning lanes they had, because they had push in a lot of their lanes, like bot lane. Somehow Casel kept even on farm, but he's getting pushed in constantly, losing his HP to these all-ins. It seemed like they had a lot of opportunities, and maybe it was the execution they messed up on.
Yeah, I definitely agree. You know, we mentioned a lot of points where Samira wasn't there to fight, or just someone was missing from the side of sakurafeesh.
Right. I think, like I said, maybe that Samira was just waiting for Infinity Edge and didn't really want to fight yet, but it was on different pages about the team. Maybe they just don't play together enough. Maybe they just need simpler champions. Like the Amumu ganks didn't always seem to work out for them. Maybe draft something that's more point and click, like a Xin Zhao or a Jarvan even. We're gonna have to like try to finesse it and get around the minions. Just get in there and bonk them, you know?
Exactly. Sometimes you just, if your team wants to fight, even if, you know, you're not ready, sometimes you just have to do it, because it's better to fail as a team than to fail and be like, ha, I told you so, because, like, yeah, you're going to fail when it's only, you know, a 4v5. You don't have that chance to win if it's not the full team together.
Right, right. Like, and it's just tragic. Like, they had good looks too. Like they were down gold, but they got to the dragon first that one time when they with the Ornn engage on the Fiddlesticks. They had the position, they had the vision, and they had the pick on Fiddle. Even they couldn't quite finish it. And then when they tried to push it too far, they got flanked.
Exactly. Now, one thing I do want to mention while we're in between games, shout out to Jacob Hensley in chat. As he mentioned, anyone else in here, make sure to like and subscribe. I am going to be trying to do more casting content in the future. I know I did miss last week. It was a bit of a short notice, and I had a long day at work, so I didn't quite get to do it last week. But I am hoping to be here quite a bit streaming games for this league, as we also pull up the draft link now for you guys.
I love being on your casting couch, and I'm sure they will too.
Exactly. It's a nice leather couch. I'm sure no one's ever seen one of these before.
Never have I ever.
I seen a great meme about that. It was like couches from my childhood, and it was like the couch from The Simpsons, the couch from Blue's Clues. There was one that I don't remember what it was, and then it was just a leather couch. And you know. You just knew?
Right.
Oh, it was great.
Oh boy, what a great meme that was. About how long are we expecting between games here?
That is a great question. I'm not sure. It does look like we're going to have a bit of a break, I think, because looks like players aren't quite even in order yet.
Okay, if we're gonna have a bit of a break, I might run to the bathroom real quick if that's okay.
Yeah, definitely. Worst case, I can definitely fill the air while you're gone, so go ahead and
Okay,
go use the potty.
I'll be right back.
Boy. While we are waiting for him, if there's any questions anyone in chat has, how's chat doing today? I'm doing pretty well. Like I mentioned in the beginning, some work, some good dinner. Now I'm here casting some League. I know if you're in the Michigan Men Discord, that's a server I hang out in a little bit. We've all been pretty big playing some multiverses. I don't know if anyone's heard of that game. It just came out yesterday. It's still in beta, but it's basically if you took Smash Bros and put it with Warner Brother characters. That's what it is. The game is absurdly fun. I'm absurdly bad at it, but I've had a ton of fun just playing it with friends. Maybe that's something we can try to get on the stream later on. Is a little bit of some multiverses. Looks like we might be getting ready in chat, so we might be getting the draft going here soon. And I will be curious to see how the draft also changes going from side selection swapping with sakurafeesh now on blue and 404 brain not found now on red. We will have to keep our eyes out on that. But yeah, we are just kind of chilling right now. Looks like draft
Hello,
is
I am back.
ooh,
I am ready.
right on time. Looks like draft is just about to start. So
Perfect.
with side selection also being swapped and Sakura Fish on blue and 404 Brain not found on red now, how do you think that's going to affect the draft?
Hopefully, so 404 Brain Not Found was kind of trolling on their bans. They banned Heimerdinger from a jungler. I don't know that the side selection will matter that much to them. Maybe we'll see less Enchanter bans from Sakura Fish. They banned Janna and Yumi, which are some of like their most played supports, which was odd. Um, I'm really not sure what we'll see happen. I don't know that too much will.
Well, we're not going to see the cat out of the bag as Yumi is the first ban picked up.
Really? That is crazy. Let me see. Does Ruishin play those same enchanters?
I feel like I remember seeing that he had played some Yumi recently. Let me. Yeah,
Oh, both support top played are Janna Yumi. Okay, this
yeah.
makes more sense. Again, though, they are blue side this time, so maybe they won't ban them. They'll just pick one of them. Just first pick Janna. Janna's pretty strong still. I know she had some changes this patch, and Moonson had some changes, so maybe it's not as strong, but it was ridiculously strong before this, so I think it's still worth it. It'd be a
And
good takeaway. They could use their blue one for it.
they're also still just looking at enchanters. Like they played Lulu last game, so like I don't know like if you're still going to be playing enchanters, how big of a difference is it to play like the Janna as opposed to the Lulu?
I think it makes an even bigger difference than it does with like engaged supports. Like you pick Nautilus Leona, you pick Alistar as like a counter sometimes. You know, you're getting an engage. With the enchanters, because they're so much more like a multiplier for their AD carry, you'll see their win rates fluctuate a lot more. And you'll see random enchanters will like pop up super high. And like a lot of like itemization affects them stronger. Just their general numbers are seem to be more effective just because, like I said, they are such an important part of that consistent DPS. Um,
I think we're
and
going to
they'll
Oh,
hmm?
I was going to say I think we're going to see exactly what you're talking about though with the Fiddle and Sivir ban. I assume this means that we're going to get a Janna first pick here from sakurafeesh.
Okay, I'd be excited. Let me see. There's also an Anivia ban after they played it. It looks like it was. Oh, that's Clipmasters.
Oh,
Sorry, X Clipmasters
shit.
most played.
Twitch got through the
Woo!
draft.
Is 404 down a ban because they had to use a sub?
I'm guessing so. I don't know the answer, but I'm guessing that they did not miss a ban both games on purpose or on accident.
Okay.
This is the number one ADC I seen from Nookster, and it was banned last game. So I'm curious to see what this first pick Twitch can do.
Oh, Twitch is huge right now. He's a big boy, big strong boy, good rat. If I could adopt him as my son, I would. I love him. Also pairs very well with Janna if you want to play it. Janna also great into Wukong. Just send the monkey home if he tries to engage on you. I'd really like to see that pick. Maybe they'll even take it on red here if you want to deny it, because like I said, it was banned the first game, and both supports do play it.
I am really happy to see this Wukong pick come through, though. Wukong is now, if Twitch is your boy, Wukong is my boy. I've been big on Wukong ever since the change. He is my most played, and I think he is the best jungler in the game with how good his ganks is, how good his fighting is, and I'd love to see him paired with this Janna to make sure that they can't take it away. But that did leave up the nasty duo of Twitch Lulu.
Counterpoint: Wukong's too hairy. It is really good to secure that Janna to stop him from getting just pushed out. But Twitch plus any enchanter really here is a menace. You have the Lulu coming in; he's going to be getting buffed up. Whether that Twitch is running in or that Volibear's running in, it's really great with both of those.
Now, I am a little concerned about the Volibear pick, as he did get kind of gutted. I think it was a patch ago now. He got hit pretty
Good,
hard with the Nerf bat. And
good.
I'm liking 404's comp. They got a really good Wombo comp again, with the MF ult coming over the Wukong ult or the Janna tornadoes. I like what
Yeah,
I'm seeing so far.
it'll be pretty strong. They have a really good core here, with the Wukong, the Misfortune, like you're saying, and they also have like the Janna to really try to mitigate a lot of what sakurafeesh is trying to do. One of the things Twitch loves to do is just pop out of stealth and chunk someone super hard. And he almost plays like an assassin sometimes if he gets fed enough. Hopefully the Janna can stop that with her ultimate like disengage whatever fight comes out of it too even. And that'll keep the Twitch under control. And this Volibear, like I said, he got gutted. It was gonna be a nightmare trying to run into Janna tornadoes from an engage.
Now, if they can peel for the Twitch like you're mentioning, though, this Twitch can do some big damage, you know. Wukong, he isn't the tankiest. He is more of a bruiser. Janna's shields are good, but, you know, Twitch does a lot of damage if he gets the free fire.
He really can, but I expect him to have a lot of trouble in this game because the Wukong if you try to open up on him, he'll go invisible. You can't shoot him anymore. You go on the Misfortune. Normally he'll outrange most AD carries. Misfortune just drops an E on him and drops her ultimate and says, "Yeah, you stand there and shoot me. Let's see who dies first." You know. Then you're gonna have a Janna behind her to keep her alive. I don't think you'll have a lot of options, and a Zillion on top of it out of the mid lane. Oh my goodness.
That is rough for the protect your Twitch comp. Zillion coming through. Anyone he tries to assassinate is just going to get a second life.
It is. It's even more. It's worse against for Volibear even because his engage isn't like an Ornn engage where it's like you hit the whole team. He has to run at one person and pick one person and say, "I'm gonna ruin your day." He has to get through Janna tornadoes to ruin their day as well. And once he gets there, there's a Zillion ult on top of him now. It's gonna be rough.
I'm hoping that's real. I'm hoping we got some Teemo action going on.
It would make it difficult for Wukong to find these flanks, and Janna can't heal people up like other enchanters if they get poked out by this Teemo shrooms.
Captain
Um,
Teemo reporting for duty.
let's go! It's a real Teemo live in the LCS of not LCS. Let's go!
Live in the this league doesn't have a name, so I don't know what to call it. And also, what do you pick here as the top laner? Are you against Teemo or Cho'Gath? Because I feel like you pick very different champions into that.
Oh,
Or you
hey, the
just pick Mordekaiser.
Mordekaiser blind's great into anything, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So, I, is that a Teemo mid?
I,
Did XX Clipmaster just pull out Teemo mid?
I want to say that I think it would be Cho'Gath mid,
I'm
but
trying to.
I could be wrong.
I'm gonna try to find them real quick and see who plays Teemo on this team.
Yeah, go Detective Chase, as I remember to actually swap over to the game client this time.
More of a dog
Oh, good
person,
call.
huh?
It looks like XXX Clipmaster XXX does play Cho'Gath, so most likely a Cho'Gath mid. Um,
I'll be funneling.
if the Teemo goes top lane, that would help him fight back against that constant push he had in top lane last time.
Well, we're
I
about
do.
to find out. It is
Like I said,
Teemo.
Hmm?
It is Teemo top.
Okay. I do like this Teemo compositionally a bit into against the Wukong because, like I said, Wukong loves to like go find flanks, try to get on you that way, invisible. These shrooms will ruin his day. One thing that we did see about out of sakurafeesh last game was they were always at these objectives first. If Teemo can get there and shroom it up, it will be great for them.
Now, how does the Teemo deal into a Mordekaiser? I I've not experienced many Teemo lanes as much as I love the champion, so I'm not sure how that lane plays out. Do you have any insight on that?
It'll be pretty interesting because Teemo, in theory, should be able to get pushed because he's range. But he's all single target damage until he gets his shrooms, and Mordekaiser's like all AoE damage. So if Mordekaiser can like bonk these waves without getting too much harass on him, he might be able to get pushed. If he can get a claw on the team and pull him in, he might bonk, can scare Teemo off the wave a little bit. If Teemo saves his blind though, he shouldn't take too much damage from that. He should be able to get the blind off while the claw's coming out on him and not take too much damage when he gets pulled in. But this Mordekaiser can never get onto him. He'll be able to keep up with the passive now, even though Teemo moves quick. It could be pretty bad for Teemo.
Now, moving on down into the jungle matchup. This is a matchup where I feel like Volibear really wants to try to find the Wukong early. And after 6, you know, Volibear wants to be able to dive people. He doesn't really want to fight the Wukong once he has that Cyclone unlocked.
Yeah, I don't know how much the nerfs affected Volibear's dueling. He's always been pretty strong at just finding people and scrapping 1v1, 2v2. But Wukong stocks just go up as the game goes on, you know?
Now, I want to say in Cho'Gath Zillion, this is going to be kind of another boring lane. But, you know, who knows?
You know, maybe Defloob learned his lesson after last time, and he's like, he couldn't take the Anivia this time. He's like, all right, I'm gonna pick a real wave clear champion and actually just never fight you. You know, I think I had like an eye-opening moment when I saw him get knocked into Ziggs, and instead of Anivia queuing the Ziggs, he just Anivia queued the wave and just left. I said, you know, I'm busy. I feel like this champion will really fit that niche a little bit more of just wave clear and not interact. And he'll be really good at dodging these Cho'Gath knocks with his speed up. And it's gonna. I just realized they have an invisible Wukong getting sped up by a zillion for an engage. That's terrifying.
He going fast. And not only does he have Zillion speed boost, he has Janna speed boost as well. That's a fast monkey.
Right. With the Moonstone changes, we might even see Janna going Moonstone this game. Or sorry, Shirelia's Battle Song. And that is a treat. That's gonna be a fast monkey.
Yeah, it is. Speaking of the Janna, with the MF Janna versus Twitch Lulu lane, I think in the 2v2 I favor Twitch Lulu. They're just, you know, Twitch is very powerful in a 2v2 lane with an enchanter. But if Misfortune can get that set up post 6, like, this Twitch can just get blown up.
So I really need to see what runes this Misfortune went before I make my decision. I hope the Misfortune didn't go like the old press the attack build and just like, yeah, I'm gonna shoot him with my gun, because you don't want to do that against a Twitch Lulu. You want to just push that lane in, try to make him go clearing the wave, and just do everything you can to stop that stinky rat from walking at you. Because if he walks at you, he bites you, you're probably gonna get the Black Plague and you're probably gonna die a painful death. He gets his tier 2 boots, you can't get away from him even with that Janna. Once he has his ultimate, he gets so much AD from it and so much range. Even with Misfortune ultimate, he's far enough away he can just step out of it and just keep free firing at a big chunk. It could be dangerous once they get to that point. But if this Misfortune is a Comet Misfortune, um, Twitch would be in for a world of hurt in this lane. So he's so low range, and Misfortunes loves to just beat up low range AD carries and push them in and poke them under tower.
My only worry with the lethality Misfortune is the fact that they have a Cho'Gath Volibear. Do you think they're going to have any problems potentially shredding through those if Misfortune does go the lethality build?
I'm not really worried because neither of these big chunky boys are going to be too chunky, really. Volibear is probably going to be like a chem tank meat sack that's just running at people. Cho'Gath, he's going to be semi-tanky, but he's still a mid laner. He's probably building Everfrost. And even building lethality, you don't have as much you don't have as much like sustained DPS, but your ultimate will still shred them if they're not like made out of health and armor, which I don't think they will because they have other jobs to do in this game. I think they'll be mostly fine.
Okay. So, looking at the compositions as a whole, where are you favoring and how do you expect this game to play out? Personally, I think I like the side of sakurafeesh's comp, but I do think, it might be a bit of a skill gap still. I do think they have the potential to protect this Twitch with the Cho'Gath and Volibear, but if they play it like last game where they don't let this Twitch get into the fights, it really isn't going to matter, unfortunately.
Yeah, for sakurafeesh, they've kind of drafted a hard comp to play. You don't they a lot of them need to work together to make these things happen. If they're at these objectives early, but if their Twitch isn't at these objectives, the Cho'Gath isn't going to carry that fight. Teemo's not going to carry that fight. Well, if they have the objective first and they walk through like 10 Teemo shrooms, Teemo can carry the fight. But we'll have to see. The Misfortune also did go Comet this game, so I think we'll be seeing some improvements in the bot lane this time. What time are you at, Richie?
15, 16, 17, 18, 19,
Okay. Go ahead and
20.
Pause, and I'll count down and let you know when I get to you, okay?
22.
I'm behind you, so 21, 22, 23, right. 24, 25.
Yep, we're good.
Okay.
So, we're seeing a cheesy tier stack there. 6 stacks for both MF and Zillion at the beginning of the game.
Hey, Misfortune's getting paid. That's what we like to see. One of the hard parts for tier Misfortune is getting this tier stacked initially because your E costs so much mana. I think if you max it, it costs like 100 or over 100 mana. And so you're kind of slow to stack it. It's a long cooldown, but once you get it stacked, it's huge. But that's why I always just love to see these Misfortunes getting out there, getting their first mana flow ban proc, getting their first tier proc started early. They don't have like a great level 1 fight to invade, but they just love skirmishing like that.
Now, speaking of skirmishing, we see both these junglers starting bot side. How do you expect them to play early on, and where do you expect them to be looking this game?
Both junglers pathing top side. Oh, that was a bold move from that Cho'Gath. He just walked on Zillion's face, which is kind of what you do in a Zillion lane. Again, we'll probably see them pathing top side. The Volibear ganks will be kind of scary in top lane. We'll have to see if that Mordekaiser gets poked down by the Teemo, or if someone gets chunked up there, we could probably see a ton of action. Cho'Gath 2 for 2 on those knockups, by the way.
He is more accurate with those knockups than Deke was with the Nautilus hooks, so.
Was it?
Or no, it was Rishon, not the Nautilus, right?
He was playing bodyguard Nautilus. He was doing his best, you know.
Now, you were mentioning getting these tiers stacked up. We see 18 already on them, so they're doing a pretty good job so far.
We're probably going to see this Misfortune proccing her E whenever her mana flow ban's up to get those stacks, get her mana started. You'll see that she's actually down HP in the bot lane right now. There, I guess. Well, that evened it up a little bit, but still, she's about even HP with the Twitch, whereas Jan's taking some damage. The E spam isn't actually that strong yet. It's once she'll get it stacked up and she can spam it even more often, where they'll be in real danger from it. And that's why I do like to see this Lulu who had a full health bar just walking up and kind of using it, trading some HP. Uh-oh, mid lane.
Ooh, the electric. Oh, he can't miss.
This man's like 4 for 4 on these knockups.
And Zillion like isn't a slow champion. He literally has 2 speed boosts in his kit.
Look, you don't call yourself the clip master for nothing. You know this man never miss. Also, there might be a gank over Raptor Wall in mid lane right now.
I'm watching top lane where... Oh! The first blood for Ryan Pack! The Teemo! Oh, but Zillion, he does not have ult yet. But the flash followed by the magic dong picks up the kill. And that is now a 2-0 lead for the side of sakurafeesh.
Unfortunately, the hairy monkey went up top lane, but the team had already recalled. That was on 1 HP. XXX Clip Master XXX finally missed a knockup because Zillion had to flash it.
Oh, sneaky, sneaky! The beautiful flash comes through from MF to get out of there. But, we're already seeing the shenanigans of Twitch come through in this bot lane.
Whew, that is a battle Lulu just walking straight at them now. Deaky out here just putting it in their mouth.
The one thing I was sad is we seen Deaky get first blood last game, but he didn't pull the chase special of buying a Dark Seal on first back.
Right? What is this man doing? He's playing Enchanters, isn't buying Dark Seal? What is he gonna do? Not win the game? Come on. You get first blood, you win the game, buy your Dark Seal, you earned it, king. Honestly though, I do love buying Dark Seal on supports. First blood, you get just extra money, it makes it easy, even if I don't get it though, because you end up with such high KDAs on supports usually, because you don't really die, you're standing in the back line, and you're getting assists on almost every kill because you're shielding people. You just stack it up so well, and picks like this Janna, she just got her AP ratio on her ultimate buff. A lot of enchanters have really nice AP ratios for healing.
Dude, this Teemo's just trying to give it to this Mordekaiser in the top lane. Oh,
he's tanking a lot of minions for it, so you're seeing he's taking damage.
I think he was trying to bait for Volibear here, so...
I think he was. I kind of wish that we just saw Volibear go for it. He probably gets a Mordekaiser flash there if he does.
We actually have Cho'Gath up here, too! Does he hit the knockup? Ooh! The flash comes through for T-Bro. Oh! Clipmaster takes a turret shot!
Okay, he also took a couple minions trying to recall in that bush and got canceled.
Whew, that was scary, but seeing the jungler up there immediately means 404 Brain not found at a 6-minute dragon. And we did mention that the dragon buffs came through, so this is going to be really big for them getting these resistances.
It definitely will if they can get to the Cloud Soul. I saw some big buffs on that on this patch.
Well, we know it won't be Cloud Soul because they did just take first Cloud Dragon.
Or well, I should say most of the Souls got pretty big buffs, not necessarily just Cloud Soul. Oh, he hit another knock in mid lane.
We just know you love Cloud Soul.
I do love Cloud Soul. That was a... I don't know about that on Twitch. He was... I like the stealth, but he came out in a double stacked minion wave and got blasted for it.
Yeah, it seems like no one's respecting minion waves this game. Everyone's still bloodthirsty from last game.
Right? I'm surprised we're only at 2 kills for the first dragon. They actually traded first dragon for the top lane fight, which I like to see this Cho'Gath moving around because, like I said, the Zillion can't really stop him. But they just haven't been able to find anything this time around. There's definitely a lot more farming and hitting minions this game.
And I'll be curious to see how big this Cho'Gath can get. We do see he is probably going for the Everfrost, as you mentioned, as we see a book in his inventory.
Yes, the Great Mana Book. Also, I said that they're mostly just farming this game, but it looks like a lot of them have been dropping a lot of CS. They've just been fighting in their lanes a lot. I guess they just haven't been able to translate these kills.
Speaking of fighting, oh, the Mordekaiser comes through, but he just... Oh, he did this to set up for Wukong. This is really smart. Synexus is gonna come out and surprise the Teemo flashes, but the Wukong follows. The blind comes through. Oh my god! Is he gonna turn it around? He does go, and that is a 1-for-1. Ryan Pack takes down Synexus.
I'm just pointing out here, Synexus kind of inting top lane again. But as we saw last game, he's probably just going to keep going now that Teemo doesn't have flash and capitalize on it. Last game what happened, he went into they were playing Trundle, he went to lane, pulled a huge wave, Trundle lost minions before they didn't get the kill. But he kept going back, and so I hope he does that again, because a gank like that, not the best, but you have opportunities now. Another Cho'Gath knockup.
Dude, this Zillion is gonna have so many kids after this game. Oh wait, the flash! Oh my god! Clipmaster with the solo bolo, but the Volibear coming through. You wanted to see a gank up here, but it's the Magic Dong making the top diff. And this is a different sakurafeesh.
Right? Honestly, Clipmaster, this man doesn't miss. He calls his shot, and he goes all the way.
Zillion didn't even respond. He had ult and everything.
It was a really good CC chain out of the Cho'Gath. He had the silence on him, so Zillion couldn't, even after he came out of it, and just gets chomped up.
We have chat flaming Zillion a little bit, but, you know, it was a CC combo. It was a CC combo.
He missed! Clipmaster missed! What is
No! Reported. But he got that one. Oh, Twitch is opening up, though. But MF also opens up the big flash from Twitch. The John ult comes through. Twitch is still unloading on her, but she has a lot of shields. And in the end, we see a lot of flashes and ultimate used, but 0 kills. Oh, but here comes Deflob, 22. Coming through, the Lulu flashes away. The Zillion flash hits the double stun bomb. The tornado comes through. Do they have the damage? Lulu's super low. 1 hit away. Can they get the auto? The bomb lands. Can Lulu protect it? Twitch is unloading. Lulu's shield is not enough. The Zillion ult keeps him alive. And that was the trade of the century. But what the hell just happened in mid tower while we watched that? Mid tower down. Cho'Gath beating up the clone. Oh, the dunk comes in from Magic Dong.
Mid lane is a bit of a dumpster fire here for.
And he hits the knockup again.
I'm telling you, Clipmaster doesn't miss. It's crazy.
Oh man, this is a banger.
I do like a lot of what they have going for 404 in this comp with the Misfortune Zillion Wukong. But if they can't stabilize this and get to that point where they're fighting together, this might be a rough one for them. Like I said, oh no.
Oh, Nookster might have bit off more than he can chew. You can't run past the strut. It's coming through, and the Q picks up the kill.
Okay, that's very good for 404 to get that. They should get them the dragon. They have 2 dragons. If they can keep this up, they're still in a good spot.
Now, we've seen Clipmaster hit. What are the odds he can steal this dragon?
Does he have flash? No. I don't think he eats that dragon.
Dang.
I'd rather see them going for this top lane tower right now.
Or instead, more fighting.
It's 4v5 though. 404 should just kill them.
Well, there's no smite now. T-Bri pulls him in, and Magic Dong is getting left for dead, it looks like. Oh, but the big...
Poor man.
Now, if Clipmaster knocks up 3 people, do we count that for 3, or does that count it only as 1?
Well, yeah, that's a 300% accuracy on that one. If we count those, I'm pretty sure he'll have above 100% accuracy for this game.
I think so. But Twitch might have a below average death count. You know, it was the Janasek. Had to keep Twitch there.
Twitch was dead. Okay.
Jana had to get the assist.
They had this Twitch 2v1. They're both just out there slapping them. They say, you know what? We're both gonna ult for funsies. I like the hustle. Honestly, when I'm fine with them using their ultimates early like this. There's no dragon. If they're, it really helps them just secure what's going on here.
Ooh, could this...
Because like they were a little down in their lanes, and when you're this down, you kind of have to really commit to these. Because if that Twitch turns out and gets a kill, like a double kill there, that is awful for 404.
Now, the scary thing for sakurafeesh is we did mention a lot of them is on the Twitch, and the Twitch is kind of in the dirt right now.
He is. He's up in farm because he was doing fine in his lane. But there's been a couple things that have happened that have just not quite translated for him. He has his boots, but he doesn't have his bork yet.
Oh.
And now we're really starting to see that misfortune come online. She's really just punishing him anytime he's near these minions.
I think that was a bit of an early Zillion ult there from D-Flob. Oh no! Roshin might get caught here. The Cho'Gath knockup hits again, and he decides to put Janna in the belly.
Little odd. They knew they were there. They walked over blind anyway. Okay.
Twitch is out here like Thomas the Tank Engine. I think I can. I think I can.
Gonna keep knocking on that turret. He's got Roller back there to make sure he can. I wonder if we'll see the same thing this game where Nookster doesn't really want to show up to these fights since he's down and trying to get his gold.
Magic Dong might be caught between a rock and a hard place. The MF ult comes through, but we don't see much damage because of... Oh, why did he run that way? Wait, does he live? He lives! But Clipmaster might be... Oh, the fail flash! I don't think he can get out, but we're going to pan over to top lane as we see the Mordekaiser called in. But the beautiful flash but makes the Cyclone flash come out. Synexus picks up the kill, and Cho'Gath is able to get out.
The only person that died was top lane, and we're missing about 1 million flashes on the bottom side of the map right now.
You know...
We had 5 flashes used in that whole sequence of events.
Oh, but Twitch is unloading. But the tornado knocks him up, but the knockup from Cho'Gath comes through. We're still glocking MF, but the Zillion ult comes through, but I think that was a bit premature.
I think the Floob is just getting spooked by this Cho'Gath at this point, because he got comboed that one time without ulting, and he's just overcompensating now. He said he saw the CC chain before, and I think he's just panicking, and like anytime anyone gets low, he's just like, ultimate, ultimate. Make sure they don't chain me, make sure they don't silence me.
You know what they say, eat me once, shame on me. Eat me twice, I'm a snack.
And the Floob won't be caught dead being a snack.
Exactly. You know? He says, I'm a full course meal.
Despite not getting any real kills out of bottom lane, except for like a couple of them here, all the skirmishing they've been down there, they did get a tower for Twitch. Hopefully they can get him back into this game. Maybe they're communicating more with him this time, and he's trying to pull him like, hey guys, I need these resources, I need to get back in this game. You won't just leave him out to dry. Yeah,
Twitch is actually even on gold with MF, so, you know, he's doing a good job this game.
He is even, but MF is about to hit the Mura mana power spike, which that is scary. Generally, Twitch wants to be hitting his Bork and Tier 1 boots before this point in the game.
This is
He's
scary.
not that great from behind.
They're looking for a fight without Twitch again.
They do love doing that.
Name a more iconic duo, sakurafeesh and not their ADC.
I can't even really blame... Oh, here comes.
Oh, the big slam. Twitch is here, though, but Wukong gets good access to the backline. The MF ult comes through. The Zillion ult comes through on Wukong. He picks up a kill on the Magic Dong. He is going to resurrect. T-Bry is coming here to pick up the fight. He's going to pull in Clipmaster. Clipmaster's going to eat Synexus, but the Mordekaiser is going to trap Clipmaster in the Death Realm. He's going to get beat up. What can the Teemo do? The knockup lands, though! He cannot get away. The shutdown comes over. But he is stuck between. Nookmaster picks up the kill on Roshin, but can't get away as Kaysel is now on the killing spree after popping the Glock inside of Nookster. And these team fights are the downfall of sakurafeesh.
Honestly, that one was really close. There are a few things that happened there. They tried to go into that choke, and they got Janna ulted out of it, and the Wukong engaged on them with the Misfortune ult. But you kind of had a lot of cooldowns blown early without anything really connecting. Uh-oh.
Oh,
There's
Magic
no
Dong?
jungler. There's no jungler.
He thinks he
That's
can. Oh no, he smited early!
It went down to 9 HP!
Oh.
Oh no.
And this is when you all chat jungle diff.
Oh boy, this is when you just uninstall if you're the jungler. That's you got, 30 seconds before you respawn, you just close your client real quick. Bull Bear's left the game. Bull Bear's reconnected to the game.
He might
You don't need to see the chat that's happening while you're gone. It's better off not.
It might have been smart to ban the Heimerdinger, because he might have done better on Heimerdinger jungle.
He's had some good looks. That was just a rough one. It happens. He was 9 off, just a little bit off on the damage. It was probably timed with an auto or something. It's not quite enough.
It breaks your heart as a jungler to see that, because like, people are upset at you for that one.
Right. There was no contest on that. What, you're gonna lose the Dragon Smite to Misfortune auto attack? No chance.
Now,
Got a little ahead of himself.
On the bright side for sakurafeesh, we do see the Bork now finished on Twitch, so... Oh. But on the downside, Teemo's got some reinforcements. T-Bry might be caught here. The blind comes through. I don't think he's going to go away. I think that could have went over to Ryan Pack, but Magic Dong needs to make up for himself.
Oh no.
As he now goes into a 1v3. But now Wukong is tower diving! The Zillion ult might bail him out! The MF ult to make sure Wukong gets out. We're at 20 kills at 20 minutes. This is a fiesta again.
Okay. One thing I do like to see happening while there's a fiesta is that sakurafeesh just went and pushed mid lane. Again, there's this Janna stopping fights from happening. There's Zillion ult stopping fights from happening. Just go push a lane. You don't need to fight them. You can't ult the tower,
You cannot Zillion ult the tower. That'd be a cool change, though. Probably broken, but cool.
Azir can do it. I think it'd be fine. Just do it.
Now,
We'll see what happens.
Can you Zillion ult the Nexus?
Oh no, that would be dangerous.
Could you imagine?
Get up and start walking like Nexus splits.
Oh my god, yes.
You have to play the whole game without an ultimate, but if you start losing, your Nexus will get up and start fighting. That'd be like old Zyra passive where people are like, I don't want it. I have to die to use my passive. This sucks.
Or was it old Scion ult that used to be like that too?
I think old Yorick, he could. Oh.
Ooh. Teemo getting scrappy.
Yeah. How big of a boy is this Teemo? 224? Uh-oh.
Ooh, a really good push away there. The Chemtech comes through, the ult comes through. Can Magic Dong survive long enough in Death Realm? He has reinforcements around, but T-Bry also has the squad. Synexus picks up the kill on Magic Dong.
I think he ran out of Zillion speed a little bit sooner than he expected, because he ran out right as he flashed.
Okay. Oh, the knockup. Oh, but the Wukong knockup comes through. But the Twitch is unloading onto him. The Zillion ult comes through, though. T-Bry picks up Deke. The Misfortune ult is unable to pick anyone up. And we are currently looking at a 2-for-0 for the side of 404 Brain Not Found.
Another one-tap Janna ult on accident. That man might need to rebind which key is ours on.
What, don't you have your R also equipped to your right mouse button?
It's the best button.
Does Cho'Gath flash away into the arms of T-Bry? In the arms of the Mordekaiser! Rest in peace, Cho'Gath!
Hey look, I'm just saying, Clipmaster still does not miss. He hit both those knockups while he was running for his life.
He did hit those knockups.
Did he flash the worst wall possible straight into the arms of Mordekaiser? Yes. Did he hit the knockups? Also yes.
So who's the real winner here?
The one that's not dead.
The Mordekaiser that just finished Rylai's.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh,
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Deaky needed to be more sneaky there. As Twitch is trying to unload, but does not have the damage. The double TP's coming through. Misfortune dropping the Make It Rain. Does slow down Clipmaster there. And the drag...
This is what I'm noticing Deaky just too far forward. Uh-oh.
Oh, the Cho'Gath ult got canceled! But that is Zillion ult down for the fight. Magic Dong goes down to T-Bry again, as he is just raining terror, but he is getting sprayed by Teemo. Twitch picks up the shutdown, but dies the Queso, who's on a rampage. Let's see what Clipmaster can do here.
Again, you see sakurafeesh just fighting a man down. Like, they had such a good pick on the Misfortune, too. But maybe Clipmaster could have held the Cho'Gath ultimate, expecting that Zillion ult to come in. Like, they had Twitch ult, they had that great flank. It looked good, but again, they'd already lost Deaky at the start of it, so they just couldn't get it done.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, because I would love to see what the... Oh my god, I just realized it was already Infernal Soul for 404 Brain Not Found.
Oh wow, it's 24 minutes in. Okay. Okay, this is great. This is good.
Everything's fine.
I'm ready to see a whole team get deleted by Misfortune ult when it just AoEs all of them with Infernal Soul.
And Muramana flipped already? That's gonna be a big girl.
Those a big girl. He's gonna be blasting. Yeah, this game is starting to look kind of doomed for sakurafeesh.
A game I
Maybe
thought...
They find good picks. It gets, they have a lot of like single target with the Cho'Gath. They have this Volibear to run at you. They have the Twitch to sneak up behind them. And they can like goon one person, but it just gets denied by the Zillion. If they're going after one person, they'll clumped up for the Wukong ult and then MF ult right after.
Yeah, it's kind of a shame because a game I thought was like actually pretty even or like even slightly favored for the Sakurafeesh, but the big Twitch ult, the MF ult comes through, but it wasn't able to get anything through. The CC comes through, but better watch out for that Zillion ult. Kaisel is going to probably drop down. The Resurrection is coming through. Wukong comes through, picks up Deaky, but the CC is still coming through. The big CC from Zillion, but Clipmaster gets the bite on Misfortune. The stopwatch comes through, but he is 1 HP. The Zillion bombs come through. Double kill force the Nexus, and Magic Dong is having to run away again. But we are seeing an Infernal Soul diff and a triple kill force the Nexus.
I thought that was a very cheeky, sneaky monkey there at the end. When Volibear went to Blastcone over the wall, he stealthed forward and rode the Blastcone with him while he was invisible.
Oh no, Teemo, no.
Ugh. Soccer if he's getting picked apart at this point.
Yeah, it may only be like 1,000 gold lead, but this game feels a lot more lopsided.
I mean, the Infernal Soul's worth about like 5k. Probably more on the patch now. I haven't looked at the numbers recently. And they just have this huge wombo, and their composition from sakurafeesh just keeps getting denied by this Janna, by this Zillion. It looks rough. I was hoping we'd see them set up at these objectives first more, like they did in the first game with his Teemo. But now it's just like, I've seen fights where like I hear Teemo shrooms going off, but like I'm just not seeing him do anything. He did go for more of like a side laning build with the Rift Maker, the Nashers, the attack speed boots, and the press the attack. Maybe if we'd seen him go for like Leandries, and I don't know if he'd change his runes, you probably want the press the attack for lanes still. But just less auto attack focus, maybe some magic penetration boots here. Oh,
Magic Dong getting the Cyclone locked on him. And Misfortune ult coming through. Look at how much damage that just did. It just chunked 3 people to half health.
That Lulu almost died, straight up.
If Misfortune had Collector, Lulu was dead.
True. Honestly, on that HP, if Misfortune had a death cap, Lulu's probably dead too.
If Misfortune had a death cap.
You need a lot more. Hey, it looked cool. It'd be even more BM than a Collector, and it'd still get the job done.
Bringing back to the days where Danny built Leandries on Misfortune. What are you doing, Nookster?
1v9, okay. I think they've given up.
Yeah, it's not looking good here.
They're throwing everything to try to keep him off this tower, but they just can't. It's like they don't have real wave clear in this comp. The only real wave clear is Teemo Shrooms. Twitch doesn't have a Hurricane. Even when he does, he's so short range, hard to get close to the wave. Yeah,
Oh no.
dead Cho'Gath.
Nom 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 delicioso.
True. Oh,
Oh,
the stinky rat made it out. Let's go. Run, little guy, run.
is Teemo the rat on their team, or is it Twitch? I'm confused now.
Hold on. I've been tricked. They have 2 stinky rats on the team.
They
This is
do.
cheating.
That 2 stinky rats and no cheese. They got no cheddar in their wallets.
No wonder they're losing. They picked 2 stinky rats. You never go double stinky rat.
Honestly.
This is just so rough from behind for this team that sakurafeesh drafted. Like they have no wave clear. With that Baron push, they couldn't defend anything. You have this Cho'Gath and this Volber just like looking at the wave, menacing, like what are they gonna do about it? Growl at the wave? They're not gonna kill it. Twitch has to get so close to kill it. It's very hard for them to do anything, especially with this Wukong just stalking around in front of them, going into stealth and putting threat on the Twitch.
And who can Twitch even kill anymore, you know? He can't kill Mordekaiser, he can't kill Wukong. Zillion resurrects anyone else.
Even like if they don't get the Zillion ult to come in, Janna has Moonstone now. She shields, she presses R. Twitch isn't killing that in any meaningful time.
Now let's be honest, Janna's gonna press R at the worst time possible.
That's also true. They're 404 so far ahead. They haven't needed this Janna ult. They've been throwing it out for funsies.
It's the swag Janna, right? Like, look, I don't need this ability.
Mm-hmm. You just one tap it and be like, yeah, I don't need an ultimate. I'm better than you. Whatever. And to their credit, I haven't seen Ruishin just like walking. Oh.
We might see now oh my gosh, that misfortune ult over the top. Ryan Pack does get the kill on her though, but T-Bry picks up Deke. The Mordekaiser does pull in. D-Floop takes down, and the T-Bry is just cleaning everyone up. Janna ult.
Okay, never mind. They're ending the game.
So, after another 2-0 from 404 Brain Not Found, we do need to pick an MVP for an interview here. I have a clear winner in my mind, but I'm curious your thoughts. Who do you think the MVP? Absolutely. I absolutely agree that this was the Diffie in the Jiffy, and I would love to get Synexus here after the Nexus falls.
Synexus was like double-digit kills assist, single-digit deaths. Almost did it again this game with only 9 kills. One more kill, he would have been double-digit again. A lot of GGs coming in though, so good sportsman-like match still.
Yeah, and it was a great series to watch, honestly. Like, these games were bangers.
They really were. Like both teams were going at it. I was kind of scared of the comp coming out of sakurafeesh in the second game here because like they had so many options to just run at people, like namely like the Volibear, the Twitch sneaking up. But 404, like again, they just play as a unit better. It's crazy.
Yeah, I definitely agree. 404, and the scary thing to keep in mind also is the fact that this is their sub mid laner also. Like typically we did mention at the beginning, Void Shifter is their main mid laner. And as we're talking about him, we do have the man, the myth, the legend himself, Synexus, joining us right now. How you feeling after that game?
I'm feeling kind of ready to do some yoga.
Oh yeah, you did
you
mention
did
in
yoga at
chat
9,
you
I
had
think?
yoga at 9.
Yeah, I went past it. I thought they were gonna FF at 20 there once we got the dragon, but they just really didn't want to lose that game.
Oh.
I mean, they were trying their hardest. Twitch walked into your team and started ulting into that tower one time. You know, he got so frustrated he couldn't clear the wave, just ran it down.
That's the pinnacle of league skill right there. I'm
Right?
impressed.
So
I can't believe this man's about to go do yoga. Had such a spooky Fiddlesticks game in game one. I was terrified. How did you navigate that early game? Because like, it looked like you were ganking a lot more than I see a lot of Fiddlesticks do.
Well, every time my ult was up, I'm like, this is a kill, and I ulted.
I mean, I think you ganked twice. You ganked top twice in a row before you had your ultimate.
Oh, that was probably
Ooh,
I don't even remember what happened there. I was on autopilot. My brain was not found. I mean, I'm in 404 brain
okay,
not found. You know.
li-
okay, it makes sense.
living up to the team name. Now, I know I did get to talk to a bit of your team the other time we cast, and they mentioned that like uh, so for a little bit of a backstory for people who may not have been here before, you are a former Masters player, so you have climbed most of the peak of the ladder.
Oh no, I'm a former. I hit Challenger the
Oh,
season after, but I quit playing,
Okay.
and it deranked me to Plat that season. So that's why it says Plat on WGG. But I hit rank like 180, I think, at my peak.
sheesh. So
Whoosh.
how does the team dynamic feel having someone of your caliber as like the jungler and as like what most people would consider to be outside of maybe support the main shot caller position in the game? How do you think that fares and gives your team an advantage over say other teams?
I don't think it gives us any advantage. You know, we're just playing League of Legends. You know, Iron's basically Challenger.
True.
True.
I got a question for you. Playing with your substitute mid laner, it's pretty big, pretty important dynamic how mid and jungle play together. I noticed that your mid laner seemed to be a little bit more supportive. He was pushing waves. He even like went on a Bazillion game too, so to help you out a lot. How different is that from playing with Void Shifter normally? Because I played with him in the past, and that man only looks for blood. He doesn't ward. He just fights his lane. How is it playing with a more supportive mid laner?
I feel like it's kind of similar because Void normally just clears wave, and then he plays semi-supportive champions. I feel like so
Really?
it wasn't
You've
much of a
changed
difference from
him.
our normal play style.
Oh my goodness, what have you done to him? That isn't the man that I play with.
That isn't the
Yeah,
Annie ADC you used to play with.
He would pick like Vagar and just run at them and try to kill them still and go, ah man, I got ganked. And it's like the third time he's gotten ganked that game. I was like, woo, I wonder
they
why
both
that
play
happened.
control mage type champions. I mean, Zillion was the only, I guess, more supportive champ that we played with so far. But yeah, I know
Oh,
we got a hidden pocket pick for later in the tournament that our mid laner has, and that'll be interesting to see if he pulls it out eventually.
oh boy.
So
Evan's pocket picks are interesting.
another point that I'm a little disappointed in. I got rumored the Yi the last time I streamed you guys, which was 2 weeks ago. You hovered it, and it was banned in the league. What did I do to get teased like that, and then not have the Yi come through today?
Well, the only reason he hovered the Yi is because it's the only other monkey champion. And I was telling him the monkey champion, you know, like Wukong. But he was hovering the wrong monkey.
That was the wrong monkey.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Monkey champs are superior.
How is that how you pick your champions usually? How did you end up on Fiddlesticks the first game? I think you guys locked it in, was it first rotation?
You know, it's late at night. Uh, so sometimes I get scared when I play League myself. So I figured, oh, I'll scare the enemy team too.
Okay, okay.
So all
I see.
thematics. That's what I'm
A
hearing.
big a big brain
Yeah.
strategy. Uh, I know you're just joking around, but do you guys do much prep for your games? 'Cause I noticed you banning the Heimerdinger a lot, which was their jungler. I don't think you'd play jungle Heimerdinger. Do they lane swap sometimes?
Uh, we have no clue. We just go in with our eyes closed, and we're like, that guy, he has Donger in his name. That must mean he's a challenger Heimerdinger. I mean,
Hey, that's fair.
we do TFT practices.
Ooh, that's really good. I should do that.
That's
Sometimes we do like we before the games we'll group up and talk about our feelings for the day, and sometimes that helps us get through the League of Legends games.
Okay, okay, some good team bonding. That does make sense. I did see you guys playing a lot better as a team. It seemed like you were losing some of the individual lanes, maybe not getting pushed, but you guys always came together the objectives and did a lot better fighting together. And it definitely, like you said, your team practices maybe not focused on the game, but focused on each other.
Yeah, we're really good at vibe checking each other, making sure our wavelengths are aligned, you know? It's really
True.
important.
Well
That's like
done.
that's the difference between like an iron player and like double lift or something. They just gotta align their wavelength.
Honestly, if they align their wavelength, they're suddenly 10 CS per minute.
All right.
So tell me about the names. You may have won the game, but honestly, I think your team's kind of lacking in the name department. Like on the other team, you had the Magic Dong, XX Clipmaster XX, Sneaky Deaky, and Nookster. Why are none of your names too inspired like that?
I mean, with the Magic Dong and Clipmaster, I mean, I never knew Ron Jeremy, but they probably did. I mean, I just can't come up with a name like that.
How did you land on your name, Synexus?
Well, it's a long story. I had that game from Call of Duty Black Ops back in the day.
Oh my
First game.
man.
So the only reason I picked it is I remember I used to like some YouTuber called Syndicate, I think, that played zombies, and then I was like, oh, that sounds cool. Like, send in the name, and I just kind of made up the end of it.
Okay.
I was like, what do people put in their name also? Like X's. Oh yeah, people love X's. I'll put X in there too. And then like you got the name.
Correction, I don't love my exes, but just saying. But pretty good name, pretty good name. It's better than some stories I've heard. At least it's original. Um, oh, I think that's about it for me. Did you have any other questions for him, Richie?
I think that's about it for me, but I will say this was an excellent interview, an excellent game, and I want to thank you all, for allowing us to cast it up for you guys. It's a great time.
I enjoyed it too.
Well, with that, I think we're going to go ahead and call it a night. I do want to thank everyone who tuned in. Once again, I want to remind you guys to like and subscribe. I will definitely be doing this more often. I'm hoping to hit it every week, if not at least every other week. And I know we will also be starting up our own league soon, the Misfits. That's my team. We're supposed to be starting back up here in September. So hopefully you'll be able to get, a little content from us, whether it be me streaming games for people, potentially me even streaming our games. So there'll be a lot coming by, but I want to just thank everyone for tuning in, and I hope everyone has a great night. See you all on League and maybe even some multiverses later.
Goodbye.